Hello Sagittarius, I want to welcome you to your reading from Don't Shoot the Tarot Reader. What we're going to be doing is pulling a Celtic cross for you. We're going to look at where your energy is, perhaps where you want to be going, and then, if need be, we will pull some advice. Those two want to come out right away. I think this must be the time of year for retooling, because I've done 3 readings so far and that seems to be a thread. You can check out Libra and Scorpio below if you like. If you're like, what would that have to do with me? I'm a Sagittarius. Maybe nothing. I don't know. What do we got here? Okay. Okay, it's pretty simple here. You got the goods, but I don't know if you're allowing yourself to acknowledge that you got the goods. Sum the whole thing up. You could click off now if you want, but please don't. Here's the thing. Right now, what I'm seeing is these two wanted to come out, and what they were was a Hermit in reverse and the Two of Wands in the reverse. Upright. Shadow self, fully investigated, shining a light, reverse. Ooh, I don't know, gotta go in, gotta kind of look at what's misfiring, where can I find my light again. Two of Wands, ordinarily got the earth in his hand, looking where he's gonna go, got all that power, Lord of Dominion. However, that's in the reverse. So I'm curious, because what we get crossing this as a challenge is a Three of Swords. So something knocked you off your square. Either that, or because Three of Swords, you know, everyone's like, it's the heartbreak card. Sure. It also, to me, is the I can't make a decision card, because you got 3 swords, and even in the Rider-Waite, 2 of them are like this. It's like, should I get the red house? Should I get the green house? Well, the green house has this, but the red house has that. And in the end, nothing actually gets done, because it's really hard to be that 3rd sword, to be the one that isn't popular, to be the one that actually just makes a decision, makes a call. That sword, however, only gets to be the 3rd sword because it's a double-edged sword, so it considers both sides of the argument. So if you're in the Hermit, and if you're in the Two of Wands in the reverse, you're on a retreat right now, looking at both sides of the situation, trying to decide what's best to do. That is very, very wise. Do not, I repeat, do not rush that process. Take as much time as you need, and always remember, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, is never in a hurry. So, less is more. Because what I see happening in the past, this is below you, is 8 of Pentacles. Doing, trying to be perfect. Trying to get it just right. Getting lost in the minutiae. As a YouTube channel person, I hear that. Did I even get a video done today? No, but I watched a bunch of videos about how to do the littlest, tiniest thing when it would have been better just to start. However, at a certain point, you catch yourself doing that. And you're like, yeah, I can't keep going on like this. So I don't know what this could be about. I'm not really a relationship. I'm not really a career reader. I'm a soul reader. So somewhere in there, you've been getting lost in the minutiae. And what I'm going to say is, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. You may have gotten some perfectionism that's coming up. Whatever reason, though, you realize you got to put that pentacle down. You may want to go watch your last reading with me, had the Devil in reverse. That might have had something to do with it. What we have behind you is the 6 of Swords. So you might have actually moved on from whatever that Devil in the reverse was, because this is what's below you. So the Devil is below you. You've outgrown it. So clearly you are on a way out of everything we've just talked about. However, crowning you is a 5 of Cups in reverse. What this tells me is you've decided to pick up the other 2, leave the 3 that's spilled, pick up the other 2, and move forward. With it coming in at a crowning position, though, it's kind of like when you break up with somebody, right? And you're like, oh, I'm over it. You know, but when you're really over it, you don't sit around and say, I'm over it. You don't even think about it, right? You just wish you were over it, but it just keeps coming up and you keep telling yourself, I'm over it, until one day you wake up and you really are, because you quit saying, I'm over it. And you're like, I haven't thought about that in a while. So you're on the 6 swords moving to the other shore, but I sense there might be a little bit of keep thinking back about the past shore. And can you trust yourself to put yourself out there once you get to the new shore? Because what we get here is a Princess of Cups, an emotional offer in the reverse. So if something happened in the past, maybe it's put you into a scarcity mindset. This could also speak of a scarcity mindset. It could also speak of a bit of perfectionism and just straight up disappointment. So is it really safe for me to offer my cup again, or should I guard my heart? And here's what you're being advised to do. Be reckless in the most loving way possible. It's never wrong to love, even if the person can't return it, even if the situation, that says more about them than it does about us. The other thing is rejection is protection, cliche, and as much as everyone hates to say that, nothing is actually working against us. I've used this analogy several times. Perhaps I've used it with you. All I'm going to use it again. If I was going to a party, right, and I'm getting all dressed up, right, but as I put on my jacket here, you notice that this collar, it's like going like this. But I don't notice that, and I just keep talking like, oh, ain't nothing wrong here, and all of a sudden my mom comes in and is like, would you straighten your collar? Great. Guess what? I'm still going to the party. I still look great. It's just I had to get, I ironed this coat before I started reading. I didn't, but you know what I mean. Things needed to be prepared. The collar needs to be straightened, the shirt needs to be ironed, the hair needs to be combed, teeth need to be brushed. You're still going to the party, but we're going to make some amendments to your appearance before you can get there, so that way when you do get there, you get there times 1,000, rather than getting there and getting, no one dances with you because your collar isn't straight. Does that make sense? Point being, if whatever this was, especially with that 8 of Pentacles, this reeks of like straighten the collar, button up, tuck the shirt in, type thing. Get it just right. Okay. In that Hermit reverse, you might have gone through that and now you're like, I just need a break from getting ready for the party. Because when you rush, you just need a breather before you can actually go in and make an entrance. But this card is saying make an entrance and don't be self-conscious while you do it. This is a very self-conscious card. These cards are all very self-conscious. This one is the first one you get in this reading that says, now go have fun. So you are still going to the party because this is what is going on in your environment. Ace of Swords. So this is that 3rd sword, right? This is you looking in the mirror being like, yes, the collar is good, the shirt is tucked in, I'm ready to go to the party. And now you offer up yourself at that party. Hopes and fears, 10 of Swords. So you're either afraid whatever happened in the past is going to happen again, or hopefully, and this is what I'm leaning towards when we see your outcome card here, whatever this was, this 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, that's not coming back, right? Once you fix the collar, iron the shirt, you're ready to go. We're not looking back. You don't spend your time at the party thinking about how hard it was to get ready before you go. You might wait a few days and then tell some people around you because you looked really good, But here's the thing. We go from a 10 of Swords to a King of Swords. So that tells me, again, logically, because that 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 6 of Swords, 5 of Cups, Princess of Cups in the reverse, that tells me that could have been some very frantic, like throwing spaghetti at a wall trying to just get things to work out. And it's like something just put the brakes on. 10 of Swords, we're not doing that anymore. And you're smarter, you're wiser because of it, because the King of Swords is like a lawyer. He uses his logic. When you iron the shirt, there really is no emotion about that. It's just something you got to do. But, if I do 1, 2, and 3, if I follow the directions on the box for the cake, I'm going to have a pretty good looking cake. So all of this is going to serve so that you learn a new formula for yourself to logically achieve whatever it is you need to achieve that was not getting done with this 8 of Pentacles. I understand the disappointment with this 5 of Cups in reverse. However, thing of it is it's a setback so that something even greater can happen. We think when things are going downhill that actually everything's going wrong, but no, it's actually things are going right because you're outgrowing where you were. Comfort zone is no place to be. So you're moving out of your comfort zone, and we get you, in your environment, As long as you are willing to learn and keep moving and stay open and teachable, your environment, offer up that sword, because you're going into a 10 of swords, killing all of that. I mean, we go from the ace and a princess. Those are the two starters of the royalty and the daily in-out arcana, and we end you on a king. This is mastery. I'm not going to draw any advice because I think we've covered it. Just keep doing that work. Examine those 3 cups that spilled. What could you learn from those cups? How can you use that to your advantage? And whenever you are ready, because that Hermit was in the reverse, you will be ready to come out and join the party. You just might be at a little bit of moment getting your nerve and getting your composure before you make your grand entrance. And that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. If you like this reading, like, click, and subscribe. And if not, don't shoot the tarot reader. I'll talk to you later.